I had a small inheritance. And then we thought, well, hey, we were going to make this addition.
No way. You gotta be kidding me.
Once he started asking for so much money, it just felt wrong.
I want the rest of the money or I'm not coming back. If you don't pay me, I'm not coming back.
Don't let them pressure you. Keep going until you find someone who can help you on your side.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, baby. But if you're going to do it right the first time. Let's get rid of it.
How do you do this to a family?
Look at the nest. They got a nest of them.
Unbelievable.
On the money.
T3.
My hero!
Perfect.
Thank you, guys.
You like it?
Oh, do I ever?
Out here in Canmore, where we are right now, the mountains, look at this. There is a boom happening that is unbelievable. There's not enough housing, there's not enough contractors, not enough skilled trades, period, out here.
All the contractors who came and gave us quotes were really nice guys, but they were busy. It's a building boom in town, and this fellow, even though he was busy, he had time. And so we signed the papers and we handed over a substantial amount of money. And the journey had begun.
We're talking about a very simple home here. Actually, the whole neighborhood. The houses are prefab. They crane them in on top of a pressure-treated foundation, which we're not used to, but it's allowed. The drainage in the earth is incredible because there's a lot of stone.
Yvonne.
Hi.
You must
Nice
be
to meet
Tadashi.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Mike. Not too often I take a plane and then drive.
Yeah.
But this is nice.
The one thing about the house when we first moved in is the entrance walked immediately into a very small hallway. And we get a lot of snow here in the wintertime. And then you'd always be walking through a wet hallway to get to the bathroom or the other rooms.
Okay, this is actually a small addition, just this area here.
That's right.
Yep, that's
Okay.
it.
New entrance, stairs to the basement.
The story was easy. 15 by 15 addition to the home, $90,000. That's kind of a lot of money. But I understand out here they're in demand. Okay, but for $90,000, it should be perfect.
Wasn't a slow start, I hope. They came in, went crazy, took the deck out, they started digging.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
really excited. We were out there videotaping, all exciting. Watched the big pumper truck come in.
Did you do a lot of taping?
We did a little, yeah, at the
Little bit.
beginning.
Yeah.
Because
And then
I
as it-
may have to see some of that.
Oh, sure.
Let's walk
Well-
around.
The stairs were originally too short, so you used to come to here and then you jumped to the
Really?
basement. And then they... Project was originally supposed to be finished at the end of January. Then it was supposed to be finished at the beginning of March. Then it was going to be finished in April. Well, now it's June. And there was times where we didn't hear from him for a long period of time.
I noticed you've done ICS, insulated concrete forms. To me, it's what we should be doing. But we are not allowed to leave this exposed. If you ever have a fire and the flames hit it, even though I love this stuff, okay? But if the flames hit it, it lets off toxic fumes that can drop you right on your feet, right off your feet,
That's
while
not
I
good.
say no. So by code, we've got to cover this up.
Stuff just wasn't getting done. And suddenly he appeared and he was back. And he started asking about a substantial completion payment. When they poured the concrete floor,
You put it in the concrete.
yeah,
You
it
can't do that.
covered the sill. And we asked at the time, is that okay?
No.
And of course he said yes.
Oh, he said yes.
And we hired another fellow to come in and repair it. This time there were some outstanding issues I wanted dealt with first. I wasn't going to hand over any more money. And he didn't want to deal with them. He said, well, you pay first and then I fix it.
So we have a drain, but we also have a slope coming towards the door. Why is there a hole?
We made the hole.
You made the hole.
The water, it would rain and then it would just puddle like mad. And then it would
And it wouldn't go down.
Wouldn't go down.
Why is there wood in the ground like this?
We made that so that the rocks wouldn't fall into
Okay.
the pipe, so we could get to the pipe.
And you found the pipe,
Yeah, and then
and there's a cloth over it, and it goes to nowhere. You know what? I would have attached that drain to this drain and then brought it out that way.
this one doesn't work too bad. At least so far it hasn't backed up.
Right.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be laughing.
We wanted to be fair to our contractor. If we owed him money, we wanted to pay it to him, but we wanted to protect ourselves.
They talked to the lawyer. The lawyer said, let's put it into trust.
We'll put the money in trust and we'll have a quality surveyor come. They'll check out the work. And if the quality surveyor says, hey, you're at substantial completion, we'll write a check right then and there, you'll get the money.
What was he supposed to do here, over the door?
There's supposed to be a small roof, you know.
Okay, so peaked roof, columns coming off
And columns
the
coming
sides.
down.
Okay.
And-
Because you got great run here. Our landscaping comes down this way. This is where we want the water to go. Keep it away from the house.
And we got the report, and the report said clearly, do not pay. It's not at substantial completion.
The contractor threatens to put it to collections, and he does.
First time in our life we've ever had a collections agency called. He was a very nice man too on the phone, very polite.
As they tell the story to the collections company, they say, we put the money into trust. All he had to do was finish the job.
There was dead silence on the other end of the phone. And I said, well, if you have any issues, here's my lawyer's number, call my lawyer. In the drawings it says parging, and we always assumed this was going to be parged like the rest of your house. But for some reason he thought this was going to be partially parged and partially sided. So he called the lawyer, and the lawyer sent him the quality surveyor's report, and then that was it. Never heard a thing again from anybody.
I've seen enough. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll get that hood over the stairs for you. I'm gonna snake out those drains, find out where they go, what kind of mess they're in, and what I'm gonna do to fix it. So this is gonna be a lot of A, investigative, B, fix it.
When we do a job, if we do anything, we do it well. And if we promise something, we do it. And no matter what. And I guess we didn't realize other people didn't do that.
Next time, if you need anybody, send me an email. I'll find the good guys, and I'll send you the good guys, okay? You keep smiling.
Thank
I'll see you tomorrow. Don't worry, we got happy tears. I like happy tears.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure
Mike.
to meet you
Yeah,
both.
nice to meet you.
This won't take long, okay?
Okay.
We'll be back.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Obviously, he used the scared tactics again. We're gonna sue you. We're gonna go to collections. I want my money. I want. But you stood up and said, kiss my butt, you're not getting it. I like that. Very nice backyard. You got the mountain view. I'm totally jealous. I mean, my house, I got a hill. How tall is that? That's the Three Sisters, right?
That's Three
Exactly.
Sisters, yeah.
Yeah.
And how tall is that?
Yeah, about 10,000 feet.
Wow. We pulled down the gate. We pulled down the back stairs. We pulled out this wonderful 6x6 that he had in here and tied it really into nothing, right into the corner. You gotta love that. We've gotta dig this up. We gotta get back down. We gotta make sure. This is the culvert here in the corner where they've met in with the ICF to the wood foundation, the pressure-treated foundation. They didn't seal that corner, so the water's just coming in. We also wanna make sure that we seal this properly on the outside of that ICF. So we're going to dig this all up. We're going to step it back. We're going to make a mess. We're going to clean it up. Let's get these stairs off. Very gently get in there and we'll cut anything. Just see if they're tied in with the stringers.
Okay.
Nice and gentle. Take it apart because the last thing we want to do is have to rebuild them. They're fine. We can work with this. All right, let's go. Straight across. We'll pull up all the asphalt.
Basically here you're into what they call pit run. You're dealing with sand, gravel, large stone, anywhere from 2-inch right up to, you can get a boulder the size of a small car if you dig far enough.
So it's a lot of stone,
Yes.
less dirt.
Yes. In this particular area, you're in an old wash area from what they call Cougar Creek. And over the years, back in the early 1900s, this used to be a wash area. So the creek used to wash all the material down through the mountains.
No way. You gotta be kidding me.
Pretty sure, bud.
I need to speak to the building inspector.
You want to get hold of him?
Yep. This is impossible.
I just had to let Holmes know that these are possibly sitting on the slab. What they need to do, ICFs need to go down to a footing. It doesn't look like they did that to me. It looks like they went right on this slab. As you can see, they shimmed it up and everything to get everything level. So he's a little pissed. This wall is also sitting on the slab.
It's definitely not 4 feet deep, especially beneath that.
I know that slab there is 6 inches. It's thick, but I have the building inspector coming out.
We need to
Give him a call. Okay. Just let you know that is sitting on the slab.
Scares the hell out of me.
Me too.
Hold off on this. Let's find some wood out front. Structurally support this from under on top of this wall here.
Okay. 53 7/8.
The rocks in there are unbelievable.
Well, I see weeping tile.
You? I don't see it in the ground though.
You see the weeping tile, that little round dot by the footings on both sides. Not to mention, since it's in the writing, typical foundation wall with good drainage and weeping tile. I guess maybe here they don't think they need drainage because there's so much stone.
Well, Larry had an interesting point about drainage with the type of soil with all the rock that it's almost a natural.
No, I'm not going to argue that.
But it's on
I'm
the
also
plans.
not going to argue the plans.
Yeah.
These are the stamped drawings from the government. The easiest way out of this is to drop that wall on both sides of the doors. That wall, since it's too high, you're going to hit your head here anyways when we do stairs like that was just stupid in the plans.
Yeah.
Take up this pad at this door, run all new drainage underneath that ties in and goes beyond the other door. We're gonna have to do some parging repairs. Obviously, we know we're doing a proper foundation coating on this. A sprayed
Pressure
foundation
washing,
coating
yeah.
over ICS.
Yeah.
And tell me that's minimum coat out here, and I'm going back home.
Well, the ICF guy is standing right here. And
Tell me that's not minimum coat.
That is the minimum.
Are you
code.
kidding me?
No, the code is spray on
Even on ICF?
on ICF.
I understand the concrete, but what's it doing on the ICF? It's doing nothing.
Now, damp proofing is a very open-ended situation. It's a problem.
Can of worms. One thing leads to another. In this world of renovations, contracting, one thing leads to another.
We thought he was trustable, which really shook us. I think that was one of the difficulties we had, was that we no longer trusted our ability to decide if someone was trustable or not.
So we've come up with a way of doing this, and I don't think I have time to wait for the building inspector, so we're gonna take this wall down, we're gonna take this wall down behind you, we are gonna pull out this floor pad here, which the really funny part about this drain is it goes into nowhere. It goes into the ground because they like it here, that it drains easily, they say. We need 4 inches underneath that door. That's right on the slab. We need 4 inches, okay? What happens when that floods? That goes in the house. That's why we need 4 inches. We're hoping it doesn't go over 4 inches. It's supposed to go down that drain and stop here at this big pit hole, supposedly that they had dug. The height of underneath the deck to the top down here where the concrete curb is to create stairs going down, we have a height issue. We need 6'8", right? Head clearance so you don't hit your head. This is too high. Bottom line, I don't have a choice. I have to fix this one way or the other because we are bringing the inspectors in. This is unacceptable. That's unacceptable. To me, the foundation coating is unacceptable. We'll do a proper coating so it doesn't leak. We'll fix that tie-in where the ICFs meet the pressure-treated foundation. We are gonna have to pull this up. You know, I've got 2 weeks. 2 weeks, let's come up with a plan, fix it. So now I'm gonna tell the guys to get the jackhammer out and let's go to work.
Makes me absolutely sick. They go through the trouble of putting rebar, making it really solid, and they don't even do it properly at the footing. It just doesn't make any sense to me. This is going to be nuts to take apart. All they have to do is put a proper footing, bring it out a little bit. It's absolutely insane.
We have architectural controls in our little subdivision. The roofs have to match, the same height. So we showed him, and we're very insistent that the roofs match. And I'm coming along the road, and I'm thinking to myself, I can see something poking over the top of the roof. What is that? And as I'm getting closer, I realize it's the roof trusses of the addition are sticking up above my existing roof. And his response was really interesting. It took me back, and I didn't know what to say to it. He was like, "Oh, don't worry, Yvonne. It's your house is just weird." And I was thinking, my house is weird? So he came in a panic, saying that it was going to cost him at least $10,000 or more to fix it. And he didn't want to fix it. What could we do? Couldn't we compromise? So if we accepted that he didn't have to remove all the trusses and rebuild the roof, he would redo the shingles of the whole roof. And he would then, since he was touching the gutters, change the gutters. And we said he'd have to get it approved by the Architectural Control Committee. And if the Architectural Control Committee approved it, and he got a letter saying that they approved it, then we would compromise.
They had some ice and water shield on here, but there were spots that were missing, and it just wasn't a real good job, that's for sure.
It's probably the only thing that saved it from actually leaking into the house.
Absolutely. They had one of the valleys here, had nails right in the center of the valley. They had some flashing with no plywood underneath, so there's a big hole under there. So, it was a leak waiting to happen.
The valley, I think, where the two roofs meet, the shingles and the underlayment is lifted up so that you can see right into the wood sheathing of the roof, which was an ideal place for birds to make nests and wasps to try and create nests.
They sealed some of the plumbing flashing, which you can't, put caulking and rubber. The rain lines were crooked. There was just a lot of things wrong with his roof.
Hindsight is always great. With my hindsight, I wouldn't have budged 1 inch.
So we're going to do all new east trough and downspout?
Absolutely. All new east trough and downspout. Putting Harmony shingles on here, 35-year fiberglass shingles.
Awesome.
All drip edge. Replacing
Awesome.
all the flashings, which should have been done in the first place. It's going to look fantastic, I think.
Look at the view. Yeah, just put me in a helicopter, put me on top, give me a few days. If I don't come back, call the bears, because they probably ate me. You guys have come all the way out from Vancouver to help us seal this foundation. This is minimum code. I'm blown away by this. Tell me it's not minimum code in Vancouver.
Yeah, it is minimum code.
So ICF spray the black crap on and it's watertight.
Yeah.
It's not watertight.
No, it's not watertight, no.
Okay.
And it shouldn't be allowed, really.
No, but you don't do it that way.
No.
Now, is that a rubberized product?
Yeah, it's an environmentally friendly polymer modified asphalt, and it has a water carrier, so it's water-based. And when it's sprayed on with a catalyst that sets it instantly, so we have no leaching or runoff.
Okay.
And in about 2 minutes after it's sprayed, it's somewhat firm.
Is there a recommended amount to spray on it?
60 mils wet. It'll cure to 40 to 42 in that range. And on this particular site, we'll probably be putting a little more on because of the dig up and some of the imperfections that were realized.
Okay, how long is this going to take?
It'll probably take about 20 minutes to spray it. We'll have that set for, half an hour or so. Just let some of the bleed water come out of it, the water that will come out of it. And then we'll apply the dimpled membrane, the super seal membrane to it, and cap it off, and it'll last the house.
So we're going to put the flashing in. It's probably a wise move to add some more building paper on this, eh?
Definitely double layer building paper.
So we're going to come off the fascia board with the flashing underneath. It's going to drip out down past your barging, and then we're going to add another flashing over
on the bottom, yeah, on the super seal.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What he's doing is removing the end plate here that is just really for appearance because our actual end of the joists are at this side. He's making sure he takes advantage of the building paper that wraps up underneath,
puts in the tar paper, comes down to a flashing that we see over top of the super seal. No matter how we look at it, rain continues to come down and not penetrate.
Wow. Trench out? Why don't we just tackle it? Get it done.
I'm gonna have to say yes to that. Come right through here, replace the pad, continue on down the line, and we'll bring it right into here. This little wonderful little weeping system here goes into the drain over there. We'll make it natural. Instead of bringing it close to that, which I want nothing to do with, we'll bring it into this and let nature take its course and bring it to the
Drain's right there.
the drains. This is just a great example of, I guess, someone's mind thinking, this will work. Don't worry, this is great drainage. Man, I always say, let's keep the water outside of our house. All we're doing is putting a drain so that when it gets wet on that concrete, it has somewhere to go, right? Well, where's it going? It's going under the pad. It's going into some stone and hoping to hell that it never rains that much. Because if it does, well, it already did. It backed up on that side, went underneath the door. So if it does it there and it continues down here, it's gonna back up and go underneath this door. And then, okay, we can just curve that back in and bring it into where we want it. Everything's gonna be just to start at this point. When we get the laser level, we're gonna bring her down. We're gonna use the beeper, the signal as to our depth to make sure we have a run. I would say 1 inch per 8 feet is plenty. I'm happy with that.
For those of you who are watching the blast, we're blasting 108 holes, about 41,000 tons.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Good.
Let's do it.
Paper comes over,
We'll tape it.
tape it, and it's a sealed deal.
Hey, I like that. You don't mind if I use it, do you?
No.
It's a sealed deal. Out here, Calgary, Canmore, there is a boom happening that is unbelievable. Everyone and their brother has come to this area to do construction.
It would rain, and then it would just puddle like mad. And then it would
And it
start.
wouldn't go down.
Wouldn't go down.
15 by 15 addition to the home, but for $90,000, it should be perfect. The roofers are up there. Jason, he tells me everything he saw on the roof, he's totally surprised it has not leaked yet.
Looking back on it, there were so many times we should have stopped.
Main reason I'm taking these walls out is because they are not even minimum code. With the grade that pushes against it, that this wall acts as a retaining wall, it's not good enough. It's not tied in. There are no footings underneath it.
Educate yourself, and if anything feels wrong, stop it right then and there.
Instead of doing a retaining wall in concrete, we are going to do a stone wall. So we're gonna bring in big stones from the quarry. We're gonna pile them up across the end, which is gonna change the whole design here. Just outside of Canmore is a rock quarry, and I get to pull the trigger on 41,000 tons of rock that I'm gonna be using for the retaining wall. So 41,000 tons of stone is what we're going to blast?
Exactly, that's what we're going to blast.
Okay,
It
and
took a week to drill, took 8 hours to load, and it's gonna take 2.5 seconds to blast.
Yeah, we'll be ready in 5 minutes. Yeah, Alex, let me know when you guys are in position. I will.
We time them every 25 milliseconds. So there's 25 milliseconds delay per hole and 42 milliseconds delay per row, which give us like a really tight pattern, but there's long enough so that every hole don't go at the same time.
And so 25 milliseconds, there's 1,000 milliseconds per second?
Exactly.
Wow.
Luke, we are in position. You can proceed. Okay, the quarry is all secure.
We have to wait for the confirmation, radio confirmation from my assistant that the quarry is clear. And then when we're ready to proceed, there's a procedure to follow with control room.
Okay.
Blasting siren, fire in the hole on the radio, and we proceed. So,
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, the purge is on. Thanks.
You just remove the safety and let it go.
Okay.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. Are you kidding? It's my birthday.
Is Mike Holmes doing the shot? Yes, sir. Ask him if he's got a permit. Okay, the quarry is all secure. Fire in the hole.
That was great, man. Happy birthday.
Holy cow.
Unbelievable,
Now
eh?
that was a blast. That stone's kind of heavy. Look at my pickings. And he just like comes over and grabs them and puts them in the back of the truck. Like it's nothing. Wait till you see us trying to put these in place. Oh man. Tight fit, eh, Larry? Okay, whoa. Put her down slowly. Good.
What I use now is a pre-mix material here. And this I use for convenience and also for consistency.
I'm looking forward to this. I want to see how you do it.
What we've got to do is we've got to basically spread a flat coat on top of what's there. And then I'll come back after that and texture on top of that.
With a third coat?
Yes. A flat coat and then the texture goes on top of that after it's
That
set.
makes sense.
After it's set slightly.
That makes sense. So you probably end up doing the whole front, work your way back.
That's right, yeah.
Okay. How fast is it drying?
It'll dry fast because of the suction of that base coat. Will suck the moisture right out of it. By the time I get to the end, I can come back here and texture.
We need to dig this hole, get the weeping tile in. We're going to pour a 3.5 inch run based on your mark down there.
Yeah.
A 3.5 inch drop to this point.
Okay.
So we need to incorporate that in the pad that comes across. So if your weeping tile comes right down that line, you can then bring it in and tie into the side of this. Okay, make sure that it's level as hell.
Yep.
Do a rough rake right now, get it to where you're happy, and then tamp the hell out of it, all right?
Okay.
I've got to go fix something. I'll be back.
Some questions answered. Please don't right away yet.
I don't know, you look kind of nervous.
Well, I ride a lot of tractors.
Weirdest thing I've ever seen on a construction site in my whole entire life.
Yippee-ki-yay. Well, okay, Pilgrim. I tell you, was that weird or what? That was like 2 horses out of the blue, 2 dogs come and sing happy birthday to me. She lassoed me on the corner. She told me to get off the horse, and then she lassoed me. Look how it's all around us, eh? It's almost like we got this little umbrella right here. And I hope that umbrella stays open.
We've totally surface ground the whole deck, even though it's brand new plywood. And then we're now prepping it with floor leveling compound. All the impressions in the plywood and knot holes and such. We're filling those in so they'll all be tabletop smooth. And then we get the flashing on the wall, and then we start to put the membrane down.
Now we're gonna have to start cutting 2 risers based on our width. All right, 58 1/4. So let's cut them at 58 1/4, Petey. You're gonna do your 45 on the bottom and our riser height. Once we have those, we're able to manipulate everything else, okay? Easy air rain. Even in the West, I get her drill.
Let's contact cement. We put it onto both surfaces. We let the solvents flash off, and then once it's flashed off, we flip the Duradeck out, and then flip the other side up and continue on.
That looks mean, and that looks meaner than anything I've seen today. You want me to tarp you in now?
Pretty darn close.
Let's pull these screws out. Let's get this tarp down quickly.
That'd be great. What we're doing here is breaking memory of the Duradeck. It's manufactured as a sheet good in a flat state. So we're actually heating it up almost to a liquid state and bending it back over the edge of the deck and reforming it to a 90-degree angle so that it won't tent and bulge up over the corner again. I'm actually blowing the heat right up underneath onto the deck surface as well so that it's heating up the contact cement so that it'll stick at its best.
Nice. We're ready. Let's go. Perfect.
Like an ape. Give me a bit more slack, like hold my wrist then. That's it. You guys drop me?
You might be good. on, last day, as usual. The rain, we're fighting it. It's on our side. That umbrella's still over this house. I'm trying to stay under it. We do have the asphalt guys coming in today. That makes me very happy. The grass is going in. A nice amount of topsoil on top. Lay the sod green side up. I like saying that. It's just something I do. Finishing off the fence. Hopefully by 1 o'clock, we start the cleanup. The rails are going in today. The concrete's all done. Trying to stay off it. It's still probably just a little soft. Looks great. Actually, it looks really good. See what happens when you put a bunch of guys together that work hard and care about what they do? Things get done. I want to thank you so much for coming in to help us here. I like this tool.
It's a great tool when it's been raining for 2 days in the valley.
So we're a little bit clumpy together.
Yeah.
Then you just whip through it, cultivate it,
Yeah, get it
break
loose.
it, roll it. You roll it first, eh?
If you put 6 inches of soil in, it'll compress too much if you don't roll it a bit first. So we'll roll it, lay the sod, and then after we'll give the sod a roll again.
Build this up one more. I didn't want to, but I have to just because we don't want the driveway running this way. So what we're doing is cutting a 6x6 to go from here to here, leaving this as an edge so when the asphalt comes up, it actually pins it and holds it.
Reveal day, man. Everything's in a rush. Everything's going great.
Yeah, is that it? Okay, sure do. All right, I'll get the other piece.
Feel the heat off that? It's actually cool today. It's been so hot. Right now, I'm kind of saying warm. We want to lay it around 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and that is hot stuff. Don't move. Sorry, you grab the other one. Yeah. I'm just gonna help you temporary right now. Put it where you want it. Handle. Careful where you put that glue. That's it. I'm gonna keep our braces here until we've bolted. Okay, we're gonna do 2 the same way and then get the other 2 in, please. All right. We're almost out of here. Can we try for an hour? 1 hour. Sure. Done, 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 done. Okay. It works. This has been a journey. Coming out here, helping this family, 2 beautiful people, their son, Simon. I didn't get a chance to really see the sights. We worked from morning till night. We met great people that stepped up to the plate to help us help this family. We ruined your driveway, so we gave you a new one.
It's
Great.
fabulous.
Looks great.
It's a little bigger, eh? Look, I think you can get about, I don't know, 6 vehicles in here.
Yeah. Parking lot going.
Super easily. Yeah. 6
Now,
vehicles.
now that it's raining, it's probably a good thing that I brought in my roofers and put up a whole new roof because I remember him talking that I can't believe it didn't leak. But they were good enough to put up a 35-year shingle, all brand new east troughs and downspouts. Just being here, how many people have come up to me and said, "Oh, can you stay here? There's problems galore." I know there's problems galore. There's a boom here. Everyone wants something done. That means everyone and their families and brothers and cousins are gonna come here to make some money. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but at least do it right. I had my wonderful guys at Super Seal come in here and we totally dug all this up with Larry's help, who has actually helped me from beginning to end. I meet this guy named Larry. He's sitting on the tractor when I show up. I didn't know that he had taken a week off of work, his vacation time, to come help me. And then he stayed another week. So 2 solid weeks, this guy worked as hard as we did, morning till night. When we sealed everything, we put up a sprayed rubber membrane, about a 1/4 inch thick sprayed rubber membrane. And just think about it as an elastic band right around your foundation. And I highly recommend this when it comes to an ICF foundation, because the spray coating does not make it waterproof. As you know, it leaked in the corner here, and it came in under the door down there, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Which we also addressed. We found a great guy in the neighborhood named Russ. As a matter of fact, you knew him. In 1994, he was the guy, the original guy that did the parging here.
Yeah.
He came back and parged it. If you can see that we have flashing underneath the rim board and flashing underneath the parge. What that does is to ensure that no water can bypass that system and get beyond it. They came from what, Vancouver, Calgary? I mean, they came from everywhere to come help us. These guys are the ones you want to hire. These guys are the good guys. They're the guys that they care. We didn't get to the painting because what I wanted to do was seal all your cracks, make sure that we painted everything up, but I did find a painter who was very good, and he's going to come back because we cannot paint it if it's wet. It'll only peel off. He's going to come back and he's going to paint your whole house.
Oh my.
I couldn't find anybody, not because, you know, anything against them. They were just so busy. I mean, there's so much building going on. And our project actually wasn't that big, and they just didn't have the time. Eh? They were just so busy. So that they took this time out of their busy schedules. Just, we're so happy to live here.
We found a fine gentleman after we demolished your backyard. He came in and resodded everything and planted a couple more shrubberies that we actually ruined. So he's a good guy. His name is Alex. I love the guy. Very good. The concrete system that I already showed you before would not have passed code, and it didn't. So we removed it all. It took us 3 days to jackhammer that out. What we did do, through the help of Larry, I actually went to the quarry myself, hit the trigger, and blew 41,000 tons of stone. We then selected our stone. I went and picked every stone. And then we made you a stone retaining wall, which we're gonna go down and see it. A little bit of a rock garden. So if you wanted to do anything in here, you can. But for me, this looks good.
It's great.
It's
Up
really
on
good.
top, we brought in the Duradeck guys. Guy is his name. He's really good. He put down a new membrane. Now, my hope was to stop as much water from going down there as possible. We've created a drainage system right from your door. When I go down and show you, right through your backyard. We broke up the sidewalk down there, right out to the drains to control anything that goes down there. It will go out and not in your house. How do you like the rails?
Very nice, very clean. And low maintenance, right?
You don't have to paint them.
Good.
Over top of the door, we created a dormer. Now, I did not finish the underside like the front because to me, it matched this.
Oh, yeah.
If you want it painted, you can go ahead and paint it, but I truly like it the way it is. We had to put in new stairs. We put in a proper drainage.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a wonderful looking drain. I
And
really like it.
this is a proper drain, okay? We have a weeping tile that runs right across the stone. On this side, we have contoured this concrete walk, which, as far as I'm concerned, should have been done this way in the first place. Why not be able to walk right out? Looks good, eh?
This looks absolutely wonderful.
Wow.
And the rocks look great. And to know that they came just from over there, and Mike blew them up for us, is fabulous.
standing here looking back at it, looks damn good, doesn't it?
It looks fabulous. I never ever thought I'd see it finished. The whole crew was great, and you guys worked so hard. Everybody works such long hours. I really appreciate it.
We just made it. I leave tomorrow. I'm very happy. The rain, we got really lucky. It just seems that I took you outside of the house when it was pouring and it stopped. So someone's on our side, and I don't know who that is, but I hope you're happy.
I am
I'm
so
very
happy. In Japanese, we'll say, "Domo arigato gozaimasu."
Thank you, Mike.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Thank you very,
Absolutely.
very much. Yeah.
Well, at least now I can go home and help someone else. This is how I get paid.
Just so wonderful. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Keep smiling.
Bye-bye. I'm just going to keep crying. I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
Howdy, boys. Whoa. Wow, big ball. Nice. Come on, baby. Can you do it like right here? Yep. Yep. Wait, let the door stop.